Hello, hello. My name is Jenna Bosiger, and you're watching Cryptic Cryptids. On this episode of my continued Salton Sea explorations, I investigated something very interesting. I've been driving by, since I started my investigating the Salton Sea, I've been driving by a place called Travertine Point. And Travertine Point used to be an inlet, and it's an actual prehistoric site where there was a lot of activity, possibly thousands of years ago. And what is so strange about it is that there is an anomalous wall, stone wall. And, I'm driving by and taking, I don't recommend it, but trying to take some pictures of the stone wall. And finally, I decided I need to get up in there and see what is going on with this stone wall. So this is Travertine Point. And like I said, it used to be an inlet, and it extends out quite a ways. There's tons of graffiti and all kinds of nonsense. Who would spray their name on an archaeological site? Someone, now I have the names of who to curse. Okay, Matt, you're cursed, So anyways, let's get to what's going on. Now, on the way, there's just orchards. And if you look carefully, mixed between these orchards is this stone wall that mingles in and out. It's not tall. And I find it hard to believe that modern day people would have made this wall. There's no reason to make a wall like this here. And they kind of like worked around it. All these pictures of the stone wall I was taking, while driving by and just trying to get, pictures of the wall. And this is, okay, here's the part that gets interesting. This is where the orchard ends and Travertine Point begins. Now, what happens is the stone wall continues into Travertine Point, goes right through the middle of a massive stone, and then it disappears. I don't know. Does it go underground? Why is it going through the middle of a stone? I don't understand. I'd like to know. So this is when I, turned off the Highway 86 to get up close to Travertine. There's Travertine Rock and Travertine Point. And you can see I'm coming around the corner. And this is the stone wall that it just goes right into the inlet, into the stone, into Travertine Point. And I don't understand how or why it goes right through the center of a rock. Now, it was really bright that day. It was 110 degrees at least. And there we go. My camera I didn't have the best aim because it was so bright I couldn't see what I was looking at. And probably because I was looking around. I also do wish that I would have climbed the rocks to get up and to see exactly how and where this stone wall ends. There's a few signs saying no trespassing, and I can see why, because of all the stupid graffiti and the litter and the trash, and I don't know what is wrong with people. And unfortunately, it's not just them. I'm sure it's their parents too. But come on, stop the vicious circle of stupidity and just stop with the stupid graffiti. It's so stupid too. Everybody puts their names. Nobody cares. Okay, sorry. I'll try to keep the ranting to a minimum, but I'm going to be mentioning this because it's all over the place. I want to go in there and just take it all down. That will be my graffiti. But anyways, I won't be doing that. I didn't really feel like I was trespassing because I know what I'm doing. I'm there on a mission. I'm a researcher and I'm taking pictures. I'm not going to litter and I'm not going to vandalize anything. So anyways, I felt that I had every right to be there. But I did feel, a little bit concerned about the fact that I'm not supposed to be there. Now look at this. You saw the face, right? The stone face. I mean, they're everywhere I go. I see them, complete with noses, mouths, faces, heads. I mean, you can't deny these things. So I'm going to point them out. Here's a good look at it. I got zoomed in, and you can even see he's got a smile on his face. I mean, what is going on with all these stone effigies? I don't know if they're man-made. I don't know if they're petrified giants. I really don't know what's going on. Also, there was this stone, I think it was a monument before somebody wrote peace and save our ship and put a bird on it. I really don't like modern day graffiti. Just leave stuff alone. You're not improving on anything. You're ruining it. Anyways, graffiti is everywhere. That's why probably there's... Yeah, but check this stone wall out. Who made it? How long ago? And let me give you some time frames. This is right. This is in a prehistoric area. Fact. Okay. They've just built their orchards and farms right up to the edges of it. But it's a very special area still. And right next to it is the Wonderstone mine, which is ancient. They've been mining this mine for thousands of years, and I'm not getting it confused with hundreds, thousands. The Truckhaven man burial, which I will be doing another video about, and the Utah man burial. The Truckhaven man was found buried at the Wonderstone mine, and it was radiocarbon dated anywhere from 5 to 25,000 years old. And guess who took the bones? Starts with an S. Come on, you know the answer. The Smithsonian. So guess what? Good luck trying to find any information out about that. But I do recommend that everybody give them a call just so they get sick of hearing about it. I mean, I don't think anybody, I want to know who has the keys to the Smithsonian. Anyways, this is a very strange and anomalous wall, and I am fascinated by it. It's covered in travertine, and I'm going to also be doing a report on travertine, because travertine is a great way to age things. And travertine occurs from it being underground in the water and then exposed to the sun, being underground again, and that cycle repeated. And this is all travertine rocks. I'm also need to do more research on how rocks can become travertine. I think any rock can have travertine on it. But look at this stone wall. What is going on? And this site has lithic artifacts. They're literally made out of stone. And it's just fascinating, the whole area. It's a wonderful, wonderful place, and I don't recommend you go. And if you do, tread lightly and don't litter and don't graffiti, because if I see anyone doing that, I will call 911, and I'll get your license plate number too. I will report you. So, and plus, if I'm not there to see you, quote unquote, God can, the evil eye can, your karma will come back to you. Leave these places alone, okay? Nobody cares what your name is, okay? Nobody. And nobody cares who you love. So stop writing, I love so-and-so on the rocks. Oh, I really didn't want to rant, but like I said, I can't just not say anything about it. But it's a wonderful place to visit. But like I said, it was hot. Okay, so right around the corner from Travertine Point is Travertine Rock, and it is right next to the caves. And also the whole area, as you can see, there's caves and lots of caves, but it's rough terrain and very hot and not easy to get around in, and definitely filled with rattlesnakes. And that's fine. They have every right to be there. We're the ones trespassing, literally, because there are signs. But there's also a lot of interesting rocks around there. There's crystals, but they're not in, the pointed crystal form. They're just like these raw kind of crystals. There's also some calcite, which is real fascinating. I love that. And there I am in the hot sun exploring. And it was just a lot of fun. I wanted to stay there just all day, wandering around, hiking and stuff, but it is way too hot that day. You can see the line of where the Salton Sea used to come up to, and it's really interesting just being there because of the time frame. And if you are psychic or whatever in any way, shape, or form, you can feel the history that's there, because this is an ancient site. This was busy. I imagine back in the day, people were chipping away at their, making their stone tools and stuff and doing all kinds of interesting things and making rock cairns. There's burial sites here for sure. And there's stone faces. It's really cool. All right, well, that wraps up my video on Travertine Point, Travertine Rock, and the anomalous stone wall that just goes right up into the Travertine Point, which, like I said, used to be an inlet, and it's a well-known prehistoric site. Thanks for watching this episode of the Salton Sea Explorations. There will be more. And I appreciate your watching, and please like and please subscribe if you're interested in seeing more. Thanks. Bye.